Hey guys, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. I'm going to read through the full article here. There is a link in the description. I do need to provide a trigger warning. It's absolutely harrowing. It involves the brutal murder of a 3-year-old boy. His name was Zeus from Indiana, and he died July 2021 at the hands of his mother's boyfriend, an absolute scumbag. We're going to take a look at what he put the boy through in a little bit. Now, the mother's boyfriend is yet to face trial. He's facing trial October the 4th. However, the mother has faced trial for murder, and she's been convicted as of Tuesday and sentenced to 53 years in prison for murder, even though it is believed that the father actually threw the blows that killed the 3-year-old boy. But the mother has been found guilty of murder. She's been sentenced to 53 years in prison for being involved with the death of her 3-year-old son, Zeus. She must face a minimum of 39 years in prison before she's eligible for parole. Her name is Crystal Lynn Cox, 31 years of age. The boyfriend is called Jermaine Isaiah Garnes or Garnes. Jermaine Garnes or Garnes. The mother, Crystal Cox. So as far as I understand, he is not the father. He is the boyfriend of the mother. And again, it's believed, prosecutors believe, that he is the one that killed Zeus directly. He laid the physical blows, and he will face a trial court October the 4th. However, this article is telling us that the mother has been convicted of murder in regards to her involvement with the killing and the covering up, the trying to cover up the murder of 3-year-old Zeus. And she's been convicted again, 53 years in jail. So we're going to have a look through some of the details. I do need to give you a trigger warning, as I say. The sentence was handed down almost a year since paramedics arrived at the couple's home on the morning of July the 5th, 2021, finding 3-year-old Zeus cold to the touch. Authorities determined that Garner's, the mother's boyfriend, had punched the child, the 3-year-old boy, rupturing his intestines and kidneys as well as breaking his ribs. Instead of immediately calling 911, however, the both of them, Garner's and the mother, Crystal Cox, waited hours staging the scene as if they were taking care of a sick child. So they were placing medicine at the scene. They were, reorganizing the family home to make it look like a sickness had led to Zeus's death. But it was all fake. It was all just props. They put Tylenol close to the area, but there was no medication in Zeus's blood. It was all fake. So again, I've said this on many of the videos that I make. I have a lot of faith in the medical examiners, those that perform the autopsies. This is not new science. This is science which has developed and evolved and improved over decades, perhaps 100 years or more, perhaps a couple of 100 years, I don't really know, but for a very long time. And they've had all kinds of resources, expertise thrown at the science of performing autopsies, of medical examinations, all kinds of technologies, and my view is that these guys really do know what they're doing at this point. They really are able to garner a heck of a lot of information. A forensic pathologist determined that Zeus died of blunt force trauma and did not fall on concrete or not due to being hit by a belt. So those suggestions that the mother and the mother's boyfriend had made, that he fell, that he died due to being hit with a belt, But the forensic pathologists are saying he died due to blunt force trauma. In addition to murder, the mother was convicted of neglect of a dependent resulting in death, aggravated battery resulting in death, and battery resulting in death of a person younger than 14 years old. So in my mind, she was an enabler. She stood by whilst her boyfriend, I'm going to say, and this may be slightly inaccurate, but I'm going to say ritually, repeatedly, regularly beat her 3-year-old son. She stood by. She enabled. Whatever she did to intervene was not enough. So maybe she did say, hey, stop doing that. Leave him alone. Maybe she did say such things. But it wasn't enough. She failed to adequately protect her own 3-year-old son. Subsequently, her own 3-year-old son, Zeus, died at the hands of the mother's boyfriend, yet again. How many times have we seen that? She did not do enough, if anything. At the time of the arrest last August, authorities said that the mother admitted to one of her friends that the boyfriend had killed Zeus, and she was worried about personally getting in trouble for helping him cover it up. She sent a text to a friend saying that she had to buy her son a new swimsuit to cover up Zeus's extensive bruises. I mean, what's wrong with these people? What's wrong with the mother? Okay, I mean, what's wrong with this guy? He's an absolute sick fuck. Absolutely fucking sick. What's wrong with this woman? What goes on in her brain? Oh no, my boyfriend is regularly beating my child. There's bruises covering his whole body. He's 3 years old. Oh, what should I do? Oh no, I won't go to the police. I won't run away. I won't call my family members. Hey, Uncle Jimmy, I know we don't get on that well, but I'm in this really bad situation. My boyfriend's beating up my 3-year-old child. I need some help. Can you come and help me? Yeah? Can I come and stay with you? Could you help pay for me, pay for a place for me to stay for a while? I got to get away from this absolute psychopath. He's going to kill my child. No, what does she do? She buys a swimsuit. According to officials, a mentor said that the scumbag boyfriend admitted to beating the child and made a comment to the effect of believing that he did kill Zeus. The mother's boyfriend's 9-year-old son said that he had insulted his father by calling him a name. So the 9-year-old son insulted his father, called him a psycho probably, and then the psycho boyfriend took out his anger by punching Zeus in the chest. The mother was in the room, according to the scumbag boyfriend's 9-year-old son. The scumbag boyfriend's 9-year-old son witnessed this scumbag, his father, punch Zeus, his 3-year-old stepbrother, perhaps. And so did the fucking mother. They witnessed it. The article tells us that the stories that the mother and the mother's boyfriend provided to investigators were contradictory. They fucked up. Essentially, it became apparent that Zeus was suffering abuse, severe, brutal abuse. So it was claimed that a belt was used to smack Zeus on the bottom. You know, portrayed as being somewhat gentle punishment. No, don't do that to a fucking 3-year-old. I used to watch a lot of Stefan Molyneux. He's been banned. He's guilty of wrongthink, according to social media platforms, Twitter, YouTube, and all of this. Stefan Molyneux, but he argues a lot. He deserves a lot of respect for arguing against the non-aggression principle, and essentially just not using any physical force whatsoever towards children. One thing to remember is that a child is small and not fully formed, and adults are big compared to children. Adults are able to yield way too much harm to children, and physical harm. And of course, dealing physical harm is in itself causing emotional, psychological harm. You're a child. You look to your parents, your guardians, to be there, to love you, and to protect you. And there they are, hitting you in one form or another. Beating you? What's that going to do to your brain as a child? You're going to be scared witless, PTSD, whatever it happens to be. I mean, I don't know if that is something that... I would imagine it is PTSD, I'm guessing, I don't know. But severe anxiety is caused by these actions. The child is scared witless. This big fucking giant now hates the child and is now set out to kill the child, from the child's point of view. They don't necessarily understand, and in this case, that is what happened, and in too many cases, that is what happened. The parent, the guardian, dish out so-called corporal punishment and kill the child. So the mother said that Zeus had fallen. Bullshit. She changed her story. It was this, it was that. It's all a load of bullshit. They are guilty. He is guilty, seemingly. He's yet to face trial. His trial is due to start October the 4th. Hopefully that goes ahead unimpeded. I would imagine, my speculation is, he is found guilty. The article is telling us that he's admitted to having beaten Zeus, and that he has stated that he believes that he did kill Zeus. So, I think it's a foregone conclusion that he will be found guilty. But that's to be determined. What we do know is that the mother has been found guilty of murder and been sentenced to 53 years in jail with a minimum 39 to be served. And I've got to say, I'm very happy with that. This happened in Indiana. I'm very happy with that. I'm very glad to see that even though the mother did not physically attack Zeus, as far as I understand, she's been found convicted of murder. She's been convicted of murder. That's good. That's great. I love it. I love to see enablers being punished. They deserve to be punished, and in this case she has been, and she's been given a very long prison sentence, 53 years in jail. That's great. This is a fantastic precedent in my mind. Well done, Indiana. In too many cases, the enablers, their sentencing of their charges and their sentencing are way too light. So I'm glad to see that this case has seen the mother convicted and sentenced to a very long time. Going to wrap things up here at this point, guys. Has this been worthwhile? I know it's an incredibly dark subject. Hopefully I've tackled it well, with respect. Of course, such a loss of life. Young Zeus, 3 years of age, killed. Terrible, terrible. And all we can hope for is justice. It looks like we're going to get justice. The mother is facing a very long term prison sentence. That's great. And I would expect the mother's boyfriend to equally face a very long sentence. I hope that's the case. Going to wrap things up here, guys. Please do like, comment, subscribe, and take care. Thanks.